All right, guys. I don't see enough people talking about this, but this happened in basically like my very own backyard, like here in Arizona. Basically, to summarize, the fucking wall of text. Holy shit. To summarize, husband and his wife were waiting at a bus stop. They were waiting at a bus stop, minding their business. Got their like bags and shit, because they're waiting for the bus. Crazy guy comes up, starts yelling at them. Husband proceeds to go down, pick up the bags because they're like, hey, let's just walk. Honestly, I would have done the same thing. Basically, as he was going down to pick up the bags, so they could just like walk, get away from crazy people, because that's all over Phoenix, all over Tucson, all over Scottsdale. They're like everywhere. Can't get away from them. So basically, as he was leaning down to pick them up, the crazy guy came over, put a hatchet in the back of the husband's neck. All right, like, that's scary, That's scary to even think about. Like, you're waiting at a bus stop, got home, or got off work on your way to home is what I should be saying. Basically waiting, and then crazy guy starts yelling at you, so you're just like, I'll just walk, no biggie. I just walk, no, don't worry about it. So as you're like walking down, crazy guy comes up, attempts to take your life. Like, that's scary. So let's just listen to this, because I don't feel like enough people are talking about this, because everybody's worried about that Caramello, whatever his name is. Everybody's worried about their murderous families instead of but since this is Arizona, I feel like this is a more priority of a target. So let's give it a listen. God, why is it so fucking quiet here? Let's turn it up.
Man being held on $1 million bond after a downtown hatchet attack last week. KG9's Maria Stobbs speaks to the victim's family, who just recently arrived here in Tucson.
It was at this bus bench on Broadway and 6th where Tucson police say Jacob Couch was attacked by a man with a hatchet, and now his family is speaking out.
It was very traumatic, and there was a lot of blood.
After spending around 10 months in Los Angeles, Kristen and Jacob Couch, a married couple of 11 years, were on their way back to their hometown in Alabama until the unthinkable happened.
I can't remember the last time there's just been a baseless, like a senseless crime like this.
As they were waiting for the next bus in Tucson, Kristen says an unknown man started yelling at them.
I told the man we're leaving, and my husband bent down to, I guess, like, get our stuff, and he just came up behind him and just walked away.
A hit to the back of Jacob's neck with a hatchet, Kristen says, severing his artery, leaving him on life support.
It hurts knowing that I couldn't be there to protect him, because he protected me for my whole life.
3 days after the attack, officers found the suspect, 25-year-old Daniel Michael. He's charged with aggravated assault with a dangerous instrument and causing serious physical injury, according to the probable cause statement. Now, both Kristen and David's younger brother Luke are hoping to bring light to who Jacob was.
He was such a sweet soul, such a good brother, such a good father, such a good husband. He didn't deserve this.
They say they hope a crime like this never happens again.
You don't go downtown at 10 a.m. with a hatchet and attack somebody, or you don't go down there with a hatchet and not go to cause trouble.
I just want people to remember how kind he was, and be rest assured that this was senseless.
I just don't want this man to walk free for something like this.
Michael has his first court hearing coming up later this month. Reporting from downtown.
All right, so basically they said, we hope no one else has to suffer from this as well. What would be an easy fix to this? Bring back asylums, because this is clearly a crazy person who should have not been on the streets in the first place. Like, why did we abolish loony bins? We should bring those back. Make loony bins loony again. Like, because if we had that, this probably would have never happened because the guy would have been in like a loony bin, getting the care that he needed because he's a crazy person. I'm tired like of all these crazy people doing like all these crimes. You'd be like, oh well, I don't know why he did that. He's fucking crazy. That's why. But like, I honestly just feel like we need to bring back those like leather jackets where you like have to hug yourself or whatever those are called. I feel like we need to bring those back. Get rid of like these crazy people like all over the world. Mostly in like big cities, like like you know. But yeah. I just want to talk about this since no one's talking about this, and this happens in like my very own backyard, Arizona. And it's just like, yeah, it's crazy. That's why, like every time I go out riding, keep your head on a swivel, and it'll keep your face out of the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Even with all these like car drivers always on their phone, like nobody's paying attention out of this. That and like the crazy people are out there. It's like something needs to be fixed. Hey, maybe I need to run for governor. Who knows? Maybe I need to single-handedly fix the problem. But yeah. I just want to say, if you watched it this far, I appreciate you. Yeah. Let me know down in the comments what do you guys think of these crazy people that they're just letting out on the street. Not being free and not being put in a loony bin. Bring back a loony bins. But yeah, thank you if you've made it this far. Yeah, see you guys.